Hi there, this is Dr. Audio Man. This is the first part of a series on how to make dubstep. It's a brand new channel. Subscribe, like. I hope you get a lot from this channel. I hope you may not get anything from it, but the idea of it is to just pass on a few ideas and techniques of what I use to making music. So we're going to start off with the drums. Most dubstep is there isn't a specific beats per minute, but a lot of it is in half time, whereas you could go 70 beats per minute, or you could double it to 140. It doesn't have to be 140. You can decrease it to 105, anything basically, but most dubstep you're going to hear is either 70 beats per minute or 140. Right, let's begin with, when doing dubstep you need to make sure you've got a good selection of drum sounds, because if you haven't got a good selection of drums, they're going to sound weak, and then you're going to be wondering somewhere down the line, why is your track not banging like the ones you're hearing on the radio or on the internet? And the reason why is because people tend to use the wrong samples. So my advice is to choose polished samples to begin with. It just saves all the hard work EQing and messing about with compression and things like that. You shouldn't need to compress sounds which are already been recorded and processed. You're allowed to if you want. I'm not saying you can't. Remember, music's, it's an experiment in itself, so let's dive right in. Right, what I like to begin with when I'm creating a drum loop or groove, I tend to like layering the snares down first, because it gives you a sort of idea of where the rest of the drums are going to hit. I'm going to lay my first snare on the 1.3 and then 1 and 2.3. And then you could literally just duplicate that over across the length of the track. As you can see, there you go. Obviously now I always lay a kick on the 1 meaning number 1, the first beat. And it'd be nice to sometimes use the metronome to give you an idea of where you are on the track. What I do like to do before I start putting in more drum hits, I like to use hi-hats to give basically your drums groove. Again, you can just duplicate those. Yeah, and it's just, your beats already got a groove, and then you could just start layering more kicks. You can copy that. Just fill in the gaps, as you can see. Like that. It's a bit basic at the moment, but as you can see, the idea has been laid down. The rest of it is sort of just sprinkles. What I tend to do is give the hi-hat a bit more swing, so as you can see, you don't really want to mess around with the main ones. These are like little ghost hi-hat hits. gives you, messing about with the velocity is very important when it comes to drum programming. I've got a percussion hit here. Basically, they're just moving the sound forward. See, basically all I'm doing is sort of going into the gaps. As you can see, it doesn't take really long. It's just the case of just placing different sounds in different spaces, so everything's got its own space. And what I always like to do once I'm happy with a sort of drum groove, I like to add some swing. The MPC swings are really good. Just mess about, use various swings. Basically, let me put one on the track, and you can just hear the change. If you think it's too much, you can turn it down a little bit. The main important thing about, I've got the hi-hat there, that can be causing a little bit of trouble with the kick. What I do tend to do is use a compressor. I've already got a compressor on, which is running over there, and what I will do is add a compressor onto that crash sample. Bring the threshold down. You can see it's pumping a little bit. I don't really want it to pump too much, I want to let a bit more of it through. And then what you want to do is duplicate it and add a variation, just so it's not the same. pro sometimes do is add pressing the wrong button. Little crescendo. Right, I'm gonna move. That's it for this tutorial. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back next time with a next part of the actual series. Thank you for watching.